A kid can sit at a freezing river for an hour, climb out, and call it the best day of their life. That same kid will fail at something 100 times and just keep going, laughing, not because they're disciplined, but because to them it's a game. Now here's you. You need a cold plunge, a habit tracker, and a small amount of self-loathing to get through a normal Tuesday. In my early 20s, I decided to fix my social skills. So I'd go out to literally approach strangers and start conversations. Problem was, I was nowhere near able to do that. And part of me knew it. So I'd just stand there paralyzed, hesitate, bottle it, and go home defeated. Then I'd cope, slide back into old habits, and run the whole cycle again. For about 6 months. Spinning my wheels, getting nowhere, and the whole time I thought the problem was that I wasn't disciplined enough. It wasn't. I was trying to force a level 40 challenge, while I was level 3, and no amount of gritting your teeth wins that fight. It just gets you knocked out faster. That's what I want to talk about, because the thing you lost wasn't willpower. It was the ability to do hard things with a light heart. Hard actions with a light mind. You've inherited a broken definition of discipline. Somewhere in the last decade it got rebranded as suffering on purpose, gritting teeth, having cold plunges in the morning, and forcing yourself through things you hate, with the unspoken rule that if it doesn't hurt, it doesn't count. We turned self-improvement into competitive misery, and then wondered why nobody wants to compete. If discipline has to be painful to be real, you have quietly guaranteed you'll quit, because nobody keeps choosing pain forever. The reason it feels like this is that pure force runs on a tiny fuel tank. Willpower is a AA battery, not a power grid. So what did that kid have that you don't? It's definitely not more discipline. A 6-year-old has the impulse control of a caffeinated Zubat. What they had was a lighter relationship to hard things. Think about what a kid actually does. They fail at a video game boss 40 times in a row and stay locked in, grinning. They learn to walk, which, if you think about it, is just falling over violently hundreds of times until one day it isn't. They'll do objectively difficult, frustrating, repetitive things for hours, and they don't experience it as discipline at all, because to them it's play, it's exploration. And here's the key that unlocks the whole thing. Play is not the absence of difficulty. Play is difficulty you stop racing against. The hard part is still hard. The kid just isn't fighting it. There's a beautiful way to think about this that I stole from a guy who does daily ice baths. He said the trick isn't to endure the cold water, it is to invite it. Fight the cold and you tense up, you suffer, you lose. But if you welcome it in, if you go, yeah, come on then, the exact same water stops being a threat. Something you invite can't destroy you. Something you're bracing against always can. And that's not just ice bath advice, that's the whole thing. The nerves before the hard conversation, the resistance before the work, the fear before the rep. You can spend all your energy fending it off, or you can open the door and let it in, and watch it get about 80% smaller the instant you do. I learned guitar so quickly when I finally got it as a gift, because I literally played for 4 hours. I did all these random exercises in order to get faster on the guitar. I wasn't forcing myself to be good at guitar. I was just playing and having a lot of fun. My parents probably hated it, but it was amazing. When you force yourself to be good at something, you cap how good you can get. That same ice bath guy trained jiu-jitsu, and he said that for a year he'd walk in with his heart pounding, desperate to be good, bracing the whole time, and then he plateaued. Then he switched one thing. He started coming in light, treating it like a game. Messing around, tickling someone's foot mid-roll, he got dramatically better in just a month. Not despite the lightness, but because of it. Because the tension of trying hard is itself the thing strangling you. You cannot play your best game while you're terrified of losing it. Any Pokemon player knows this. The battles you lose are the ones where you're panicking and misclicking. And the ones you win are the ones where you're a bit looser, still locked in, but loose enough just to actually think. The death grip you have is the problem, that white knuckle. This has to work energy you bring to every hard thing. It's the exact thing holding you at level 3. Okay, I need to draw a hard line here, because there's a bad version of this message and I want to kill it before it reaches you. This is not stop trying. It's not don't care, be lazy, do whatever feels good. There's a whole other genre of guy online who takes let go and turns it into permission to rot. The move is not to work less. You want to work like a machine, but you want to think like a child. You still show up, you're still relentlessly consistent about the reps. That doesn't change. What changes is the mind you bring, not the hours you put in. Specifically, you drop 2 things and keep the third. You drop the outcome and the self-loathing, and then you keep the action. You show up light, you do the hard thing, and you trust the ability you've actually spent years building, instead of treating yourself like you're made of glass. A machine body and a kid mind. That's the whole formula. And it's the opposite of both the grinder and the coper. You grind the quote-unquote optimal path, white-knuckling every hour, when there's a version of a work that you find genuinely fun and would therefore actually stick to. You picked the joyless version and then blamed yourself for needing so much willpower to survive it. So here's the reframe. The best version of a hard thing isn't the one that's theoretically optimal. It's the one you'll actually keep doing, and you'll keep doing the one that has a game in it for you. So for whatever you're forcing right now, ask, is there a version of this I could do with a lighter heart? Almost always there is. And it's the one that'll quietly outperform the version you've been grinding, because you can't out-consistency someone who's enjoying it. And half the time, that someone could be you. So the way we do this practically is through 4 moves, and they're all pretty small. The first one is you want to right-size the challenge. My 6 months of paralysis mistake was trying to do the level 40 rep at level 3, and the fix here is never grit harder, it's find the level 3 version of this that you can do with a light heart today. For me, that wasn't walk up and charm a stranger, it was literally just stand next to the stranger and not say a word. Here it's just a tiny rep you can do playfully, and that beats a huge rep that paralyzes you every single time. Playable difficulty is the entire skill here. Number 2 is you want to invite it. Before the hard thing, don't brace for it, just welcome it. You can be like, ah man, I'm pretty nervous, but that's good. I'm gonna get in there. The thing you invite, it shrinks, and the thing you fight, it grows. Number 3 is aim at show up and play, not perform and be good. You want to drop the outcome, but keep the action. The proficiency arrives as a side effect of you actually doing the thing. Exactly like it did for the Jiu-Jitsu guy, the moment he stopped chasing it. And for number 4, you want to pick the playable version. Whatever you're forcing, hunt for the variant that has a game in it for you, and do that one instead. You're still doing the hard thing, you're just taking your hands out of its throat. So here's what I'd leave you with. You were handed a definition of discipline that was practically engineered to make you quit, and then you blamed yourself when the fuel ran out. But that kid who sat in the cold river and grinned, who failed 40 times and laughed, who did genuinely hard things without a single ounce of force, that kid isn't gone. Go ahead and work like a machine, but think like a child. So tell me in the comments, what's one hard thing you've been forcing that you could actually make playable instead? Name it, and name the level 3 version of it you could actually do this week with a light heart. That's rep number 1.